Good afternoon, Facebook Live, and welcome to day number 5 of the carnivore eating plan. My last day, woohoo! Today we're going to be doing a little bit more cooking. So in a minute, I've got my rump steak that I've just cooked. I'm going to make a bearnaise sauce, which is basically made from butter and an egg yolk. So we are going to be making that live in a couple of minutes. But first of all, just to tell you about my day so far. First of all, yesterday, you remember I was here cooking. This is the bone broth that I made yesterday. I'm not actually going to use it today. I was going to use it to make like a gravy or a sauce for my steak, but I've gone with a bearnaise one because I know a lot of you out there will be a bit more excited about that. So this morning, as you saw, I had the pork mint ring with the egg inside. And you know what? I haven't eaten anything since this morning. Been for a really long walk and just felt really like, oh, I'm just not used to eating big breakfasts anymore. So my body just doesn't like too much food in the morning. So that's definitely my mistake. And I had 2 of those massive things as well this morning because I just didn't want to waste them. So the good news is since 8 o'clock this morning when I ate those, I've eaten nothing. So I am ready for my steak just about now. Overall reflections on the carnivore, digestive wise, I've had no movements today, so I am a little bit concerned that I've only really gone once properly in the last 5 days, which is not me at all. Normally really regular. So this is the only thing that really is concerning me about the carnivore, just the digestive system and how it's not seeming to move so much. My other slimmers have said the same as well, but then others have gone the other way, so it certainly isn't for everyone. But overall, the results have been amazing. I've lost another 2 pounds this morning, guys. So just to recap, I lost 5 pounds on the first day, then 3, then 3, and then another 2. So 13 pounds in 4 days, basically. So it's like, wow. These plant toxins do seem to be inside me and coming out somehow. Or just the inflammation is leaving my gut, which is obviously what this is all about. Right, so let's get on with our little cooking session today. So what we need to do with our bearnaise sauce, I've never made one before. I know you love it when I haven't made things before, because you know it's going to go wrong. No, it's not. This is really simple. What can go wrong with a bearnaise sauce? Now, because I'm using real butter, I need to just melt it on a really low heat. So I've got 50 grams of butter, and what I need now is 1 egg yolk. Now, for those of you, I'm sure you've seen this on TV, but the easiest way to just get the egg yolk is just to break your egg and then just throw the yolk between the eggshells. So just keep throwing it from one side to the other until, great, that white has gone. Now officially, I had a little look up on the BBC Good Food, the BBC Good Food website to get my recipe for this, and it does recommend to use a food processor, but because I'm making a very small amount, as I said earlier, the problem with making as per recipes when you've got a lot of stuff, I just don't like the fact that I generally eat it all. So I'm trying to make a smaller portion today. 50 grams of butter is 375 calories, by the way, guys. So if you aren't doing carnivore, if you're not doing keto, you probably don't want to eat this amount of butter. So again, you may need to watch your amounts for this. Now, I need to just reach behind the camera and get a fork out because I haven't got one ready. Let me just get a little fork. Great. My apologies. Great. So the butter has melted nicely. So as I said earlier, make sure we don't bring too much heat onto that butter, because what we don't want is to burn it, to make it brown or anything like that. So we've now got our egg yolk, which I'm just going to mix up, and we're going to add a little bit of white pepper. Now I'm using white pepper because I'm on carnivore. If you want to use black pepper, then fine. You can also add some different spices. There's lots of different, I think it's thyme I think people are adding. But because I'm on carnivore, I can't add anything else. So what we're going to do, I'm going to turn the heat off that butter now because it's all melted. Now what we're going to do is slowly add this hot butter to the egg yolk. And as I said, normally the recipe recommends you to do it in a blender. So I need to do the work of a blender. Now I'm just adding a little bit of butter at a time. So what that hot butter will do is slowly cook the yolk. And what we want is a nice creamy texture. So it's like a really nice sauce. And actually I'm quite impressed with this. That's actually really going well. I'm just going to throw the rest of that in because I can see the consistency is really coming together. And as I said, that hot butter should be cooking the yolk a little bit. Is it cooking the yolk? I'm not sure if it's cooking the yolk, but it's certainly coming into a nice consistency. The other recipes also add a little bit of acid, so add a little bit of apple wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, sorry, or you can use any vinegars, wine vinegars. So that's coming together nicely. I'm really impressed with that. Now the ones that I've seen previously have been a little bit thicker than this, but you can see the actual texture of that is lovely. So let's get it on my steak. Now all I've done is just quickly shallow fried my steak. I like a medium to rare steak, so this is why you can see the pinky blood bits. So this, if you love the idea of carnivore, you know, a lot of you didn't like my bone marrow yesterday, but I think most of you out there would love this. So that is a rump steak with loads of bearnaise sauce. Right guys, that's it. I'm off to watch the Grand National with my lovely rump steak. Goodbye.